Right-wing ghouls in Arizona cheered yesterday for blocking even debate on maybe doing something about this antiquated, absolutely draconian, do I dare say dark ages? Are we still allowed to say dark ages? Abortion law in Arizona that dates back to 1864. Here is video of these ghouls aroused and titillated by denying even a conversation about whether a law from 1864 is well suited to 2024. There they are cheering that there isn't even going to be a conversation about what to do about this 1864 law, if anything. They need to be punished in November at the ballot box. And I'm going to talk about those numbers in a moment, but we have some of the information on this. Axios reports Arizona House again blocks repeal of 1864 abortion ban. Senate leaves the door open. The Arizona Senate took a concrete step towards repealing the pre-Roe abortion ban, but House Republicans continued to block similar efforts, leaving the fate of the 1864 law in question. Razor-thin margins, 30-30 in the House, 16-14 in the Senate, illustrate the tensions that have resurfaced over the issue since the Arizona Supreme Court reinstated the pre-Roe ban last week. 3 Republicans in competitive districts joined Democrats to support repeal. Attention goes back to the House, where the Republican speaker has vowed to continue to stymie the effort. I want to remind you about the numbers in Arizona in 2020. In the presidential election in Arizona, Joe Biden won 49.4% to 49%. Arizona came down to 10,457 votes. I need 10,457 votes. Give me a break. That is an extraordinarily small margin. We have to blow them out in November, and they need to be punished electorally for this. Now, I want to be crystal clear. I am not even pretending to allude to any kind of physical punishment. Okay. I know that there are going to be 1 out of 1,000 people who watch this who are going to say, David, aren't you advocating for violence? No, I'm advocating for an electoral blowout in November. That's what they deserve. Now, if you want to talk about physical injury and pain, what this 1864 law will impose on Arizona women does actually include the real possibility of physical harm. It does do that. And we need to make sure that, listen, more people today than at any point in the Roe v. Wade era in the United States believe abortion should be legal in most circumstances. That's not what the Arizona law says. The Arizona law says something very different. It doesn't even include exceptions for rape and for incest, although it does carve out a potential exception for the health of the mother in certain situations if it can be demonstrated to the satisfaction of, I guess, whoever was making the law in 1864, right? And we know who that was. So we do need to ensure that they are punished here. We have seen small punishments come in ballot referenda since the repeal of Roe v. Wade. We saw some of those results in the special or off-year elections of 2023. But this is absolutely imperative. And listen, hopefully it makes it so that this is not the razor-thin election that we saw in 2020 in the sense of 100,000 or so votes in 3 states being the determining factor in Joe Biden's victory. In the meantime, Republicans have no idea what to do except to talk about impeaching people. They impeached Mayorkas and it's already over. Let's talk about that next. It is time to start thinking like voters and to make sure that kids understand the importance of voting, how it works, registering, ballot initiatives, because so many kids just have no idea. That's why I wrote the new children's book, Think Like a Voter. I can think of no better time and no more important group of folks to try to reach. The book is now available at davidpakman.com/book, where, by the way, you can get the first 2 books in the series as well. Think Like a Detective and Think Like a Scientist. Really important stuff. Donate them to local libraries, classrooms. Read them with the kids. davidpakman.com/book.